Here we are again with the Samsung Galaxy A06, and I'll say it's not an upgrade from the Samsung Galaxy A05 that I reviewed some months ago. It has the addition of a fingerprint scanner, but the design still remains the same. It has the same processor, which is the Mediatek Helio G85, 4GB RAM and 64GB storage space on the base model that I have with me here. We still have the same 50 megapixel main camera and a 5000 mAh battery that supports 25 watts charging. If you are in the market for a phone and you are considering this one, then this video is going to help you know everything there is to know about the Samsung Galaxy A06. The unboxing of this phone is quite straightforward. All you get in the box is a SIM card ejector tool, the user guide, a USB-C to C cable, and the phone itself. There is no charging brick, which is something that we are accustomed to by now because the Samsung Galaxy A05 also didn't come with a charger in the box. It is selling for slightly over $100. I paid 165,000 naira for the base model with 4GB RAM and 64GB storage space. It's eMMC 5.1 storage, which isn't like a super fast storage. There are many cheaper options out there that cost less and give you a base storage of 128 gigs, which I wish this Galaxy A05 base model should have come with. Now, I want to say a big thank you to Temu for sponsoring this video. Temu is an online store that has different types of products, from tech gadgets to fashion and all the way down to jewelry and a lot of other accessories, and they always have the best prices. Now, what separates Temu from other online shopping platforms is their price protection policy, where if you buy an item and the price drops within, let's say, the next 30 days after you've already paid for that item, you can request and get a partial refund. They also deliver to multiple countries with a fast delivery. I picked up the IKF headphones with ANC and high-res audio, and it was delivered to my US address the next day. You can also get a lot of amazing deals on Samsung Galaxy A series devices like the Galaxy A15 and A25 on the website. Use the link in the description to download the app, and you should also use my exclusive code showing on the screen right now to get a $100 coupon bundle. Other items I picked up from Temu include the CMF earbuds and CMF Watch Pro, and none of these items cost more than $60. In fact, if you check a lot of other competing websites or platforms, they sell these products more. I will have links to all the products I got from Temu in the description. Make sure you use my coupon for discount like I said earlier, and thanks again to Temu for making this video possible. Now, the design of this phone is similar to that of the Galaxy A05. The most noticeable difference is the elevated parts of the frame on the right side. It has the fingerprint scanner and the volume rocker, and it makes accessing this part of the phone a bit more easier. In my review of the Galaxy A05, I complained that it didn't have a fingerprint scanner, and thankfully we now have a fingerprint scanner on the Samsung Galaxy A06, and it's quite responsive and fast to unlock the phone. There is a single speaker at the bottom of this phone, and it sounds okay in my opinion. You also get a headphone port if that's something that you are interested in. The gold colorway here has been growing on me. It's definitely the first time I'm using a phone with this type of color, but there are other colors available, including white and black. There is also a blue color. The pattern at the back of the phone is textured, and it helps with the overall grip when you are holding the phone. The rounded edges also adds to the overall comfort while you are using the phone. The phone has a plastic finish, it's lightweight, and it supports dual 4G nano SIMs with a dedicated slot for memory expansion. Now, up front, you can see that we have a water drop notch, and the bezels are quite noticeable, and that is what you get mostly with budget phones. The chin at the bottom of this phone is the thickest part. It's big, and I've seen better from a lot of brands, but at this price point, you can't really ask for a lot more. Now, it's an IPS LCD display with 720p resolution and a 60Hz refresh rate. I don't know why Samsung doesn't want to give us at least 90Hz refresh rate on the Galaxy A06. It would have been better. It maxes out at 500 nits outdoors, and you need to set the brightness to automatic to get good brightness levels all the time. The display is flat. Your fingers can literally reach all the corners of the display, and watching videos or playing games on the display is quite enjoyable as well, but you need to know it's not the best option at its price, and the lack of a higher refresh rate is keeping it away from other phones. It is responsive to touch, and I believe it's just okay. There's nothing crazy about this display. Samsung didn't try to add any feature that might make it easy to maybe sell this phone. They just did the bare minimum with the display. Just 60 Hz, 720p resolution, and that's it. The Samsung Galaxy A06 is running on Android 14, and One UI 6.1 is the user interface. You don't get the Galaxy AI features, as it is reserved for the more expensive Galaxy S series phones and a couple of other A series phones like the A35 and A55. The quick panel has a refresh, and I like it. Animations on the interface feel smooth and fluid. You can do split screen, and it also supports floating window, which is quite impressive for this price. It comes with a few installed apps, but compared to other UIs like the HyperOS or maybe the HiOS on Temu, I would say it's quite minimal. Customization also runs deep in the UI, as you can change a lot of things on the user interface of this phone. The icons and widgets are also typical of One UI. Samsung is also promising 2 years of software updates on this phone and 4 years of security patches on the Galaxy A06. Software is probably an aspect where this phone shines, and the experience you are going to get with this phone is better than any other phone that is competing within this price category. Software is actually the reason why I might just hold on to this phone. The phone is powered by the Mediatek Helio G85. Performance is as expected of a budget phone. It's more suitable for running casual stuffs like texting, scrolling through social media, and calls. You can play games like Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG, but the experience will not be smooth. There will be lags and obvious stutters. The games will also run on basic settings. Performance isn't the phone's strength, and I'll say that at this price point, you are not getting something better. Maybe you can get similar performances for the price. Now let's go ahead and talk about the camera. Of course, we have a 50 megapixel primary camera alongside a 2 megapixel depth sensor on the phone, and the selfie camera up front is 8 megapixel. The camera is fairly decent at best. By default, it snaps 12 megapixel pictures, but you can select 50 megapixel in the camera app to get better photos. That's what I use to snap most of the pictures you are going to see in this video. But the file size is bigger, but you get more sharpness and details in the images. You also can zoom in with the 50 megapixel option. By default, using the 12 megapixel option, you only get a 2x zoom, and the images are of low quality. You can get decent images in good lighting conditions with the phone, and the selfie camera is average at best at this price point. It's nothing crazy. It is as expected. This is a video with the back camera. It can shoot videos at 1080p 60 fps with the 50 megapixel primary camera at the back, and the sound you're also hearing is coming directly from the phone. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now, the battery is 5000 milliampere, and it can last a complete day on a single charge. It has support for 25 watts charging, and it takes around 1.5 hours to charge this phone from 0 to 100. Battery is among the core strengths of the Samsung Galaxy A06. Lastly, this isn't a direct upgrade from the Galaxy A05, and if you have the A05 and you are thinking maybe should I upgrade to the A06, I would say it's a no. The only thing that you're going to get on the A06 that isn't available on your phone is the fingerprint scanner. It is also hard to recommend to people because the A05s isn't quite far from this device in terms of price, and I feel it's a better buy. Just add up that little money and get the A05. There are also a number of other phones around this price point that gives you more value for money, and I feel you are better off buying those phones. In case you have any questions about the Galaxy A06, maybe something that I haven't talked about, feel free to ask in the comment section. And if you made it this far in the video, please subscribe. It's going to go a long way in helping me bring this type of reviews to you.